We will chill all the guns of the foe and still get ready. Airborne from skies of blue, heading the door. We're coming, make the jumps and take your boats today. Let's go, put on your boots, your jumping boots, your parachutes, get all those gliders ready to attack today. Hook up or we'll be gone.
And today on Have a Knife Day, we're here at the Axe Lair in Fullerton, California. I have two tomahawks. I've had these for quite some time. And what we have here is the Crkt Chogan Hammer T-Hawk and the Crkt Nobo. Now what these have in common is they were both designed by Ryan M. Johnson from RMJ Tactical out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. So hang on, I'll be right back. And then we're going to be throwing these two tomahawks. So what we're seeing and what I have to do in the future is I'm going to have to find something to help secure the head to the handle. If you noticed previously, it did have leather wrap that did not last. It's good looking. It might be good for like camp chores, but for throwing, not necessarily. So let's give it another try. So you wanted to know if you could throw this? Yes, but just realize that you are going to have to do something to help the head of the tomahawk stay onto the handle. Okay, now we're going to try throwing the Nobo. We'll be right back. All right, now we're here with the Nobo. We're going to see if it's going to be a no-go or a go at this station. And that would be a yes. Now we're in another lane. So when I say the word seasoned, now these have been there for a while. They have taken several axe throws. The one that I initially started on a little bit further down was brand new. So it was a little bit more challenging to get it to stick, especially since the hammer is sharper, but the Nobo, the factory edge was so I'll probably have to sharpen it. But this one actually threw a lot easier than the Chogan Hammer Hawk. And we'll be right back. All right, this is one of the hatchets that they hand out for you to use. They have knives and other things like that you can also throw. So let's give this hatchet a shot. And there you go, the first time. It wasn't the first time. But through the magic of editing, this was completely the first time. It completely wasn't the first time. But there you go. It's great to customize your own stuff. It's really, really fun to have them in your collection. But also at the same time, don't be afraid to take your stuff out and throw it. And if you have any questions you want to ask me, do so in the comments. Remember, I am not a trained professional in any way in what we're doing here today. We're out here having a good time. I hope you have a good time too. And as always, have a knife day. These shots were done with both hands overhead, and I found that putting my thumb on the ridge of the handles was the money. It made everything so much easier to throw with hatchets and with the tomahawks. So here's the end result. This is practice, practice, practice. It was very, very challenging, especially with this one. Learning how it reacts and everything, understanding what I'm going to have to do going forward. Going forward, I'll probably have a pretty handle, and then I'll have a throwing handle. This one, the Nobo, probably could be a little bit sharper, to be honest with you, but it was much easier to throw this than the Chogan. I mean, go figure. This got a big hammer on it, and here is the hatchet. I'm going to be getting some another throwing axe here sometime soon, and I'll be bringing it here and sharing with you the experience of learning how to throw that one. And thank you so much, and let's get back to the table. And welcome back to the Have a Knife Day table. Welcome to the aftermath. I have customized these several years ago, and I'm going to put the links to the 2 videos in the descriptions for you to go check out later on. I had a really great time. The Nobo here, I had this laser engraved by my go-to laser source, Crazy Laser. I'm not going to go into super deep with that. You can go check out the video for this. I did find that I am going to have to sharpen up the Nobo. So for an unseasoned strike, board surface, where we throw the axes in, this had a lot of trouble getting in. For one that had been used, or as I'm going to call seasoned, it was great. Now, mind you, I am not a professional hatchet thrower, tomahawk thrower, or knife thrower. And this is something new I'm getting into. I want to go out and have fun. I want to use what I collect, and as you can tell here, this is the results of that. This came, I originally had a nice leather wrap on there. I watched a YouTube video, learned how to do the wrap, etc., etc. So the good news is the Nobo, the handle came out like a champ. And the good news is I have another one of these in the closet, and I'll have a great time. I might do some of the stippling like I did one on this Chogan. I do need to get this sharpened. I do have a puck somewhere. I just might take the opportunity to send this off to my good friend Tom Veff in Oregon City, Oregon. He is my go-to source for getting initial edges on my knives and tomahawks, etc. And he's also done some refurbishing for me. And he's just a really great guy. He actually sharpened this one, so you can see a nice, beautiful polished edge. And the edge on this did great. And I'll focus on here, and I'll show it to you. This head loved moving on this damn axe handle, but it's beautiful. It did a really great job. So with that in mind, what am I going to do with this? Well, the simple answer is I'm buying myself a new one. Now, mind you, I'm going to put a link up to the crkt.com website. And if you want to get one of these, I'll put a little picture up there for you. These actually come black. They have a black coating on it. I had mine bead blasted so I could do all of the file work and the cold bluing. This is birchwood Casey bluing, something like you do with a rifle barrel, etc. And I had a good time doing that. It was quite the education. So I'm going to get a new handle, and what I'm going to do is this on the new handle. And I'm going to have the new axe heads sharpened, and well, I probably will do something with the handle, but I'm definitely going to find something that can help to secure this. So I might do another leather wrap, or I might talk to one of my other tomahawk enthusiast friends, find out what they do, but I'm going to get something to secure it there for future throwing. This one I'm probably going to be using for camping. There you go. Or something. You never know. Maybe I'll have one for glow and show and the other one for the down and dirty. But I did get an education on, making sure that these tomahawk heads are secure. There you go. And I also want to remind you that these do not come with a mask. Okay, this is the one that I made specifically with my newbie leatherwork skills, and it was another education in and of itself for the Chogan. But so going to have to buy a mask for the new one, and that's okay. I think it'll come with a little rubber guard. Now this one has this. You might have to buy this separately. So if you want to go buy the Nobo, just realize that it necessarily doesn't come with a mask. And at the same time, you could put this on your belt. I added this because I wanted something a little bit more personalized. And of course, I made it green because why wouldn't I? At the same time, you can get yourself something that'll mount to your belt that has a ring. And I'll put a picture of one of those up here for you. And you can put it on your belt and keep it on there. Just remember to have the edge covered, needless to say, or you will get a big surprise. So there you go. But as of 2025, I decided that I want to throw hatchets, tomahawks, and knives. And really, I want to use what I collect. And then maybe not everything to this extreme, but definitely I don't want it just sitting in a closet collecting dust and rusting. You know, life is for the living, and the things that you make, well, if you're going to fight with it, you should train with it. So there you go. Gee whiz, what an adventure that was. I can't wait to go on another one with you. We're going to be going camping soon, and maybe I'm going to be splitting some kindling with the tomahawks and doing other various things. We shall see what Mrs. Rexu has to say about doing some filming while we're out in the quasi-wilderness. All right, thank you so much for spending time here with me today. Remember, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. Oh, what a joy. I know. I'm sorry. And with that, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, if you have to axe, don't be afraid to. And have a knife day.
We will, and perish all the guns of the foe.